Hi guys, let's get straight into the recap. Today has been one of my biggest days ever, and this is also proof of why, like, bro, you take a loss, just get off for the day. You're gonna make your money back. Don't over risk, don't over leverage, don't take more trades than you need to. Stay true to your system, and you're gonna get paid. Okay. So today I actually ended up, I think I'm qualified on my Apex. I have 8 Apex accounts. I think I have max payouts for. I ended up blowing those Alpha Future accounts because the drawdown, my trade went into drawdown and it just blew those accounts. But besides that, with 36 accounts, today I made $44,000. It was absolutely insane. On my live account, I made $1,157, which is pretty cool because like I can just take that straight to the bank, which is pretty nice. So let's get into the trade that we took today. As you can see, on my top step accounts, I made $1,500. I risk a little more on those ones, like 2 more micros than I do on the other accounts. So as you can see here, I entered down here and targeted Mink and then Mink. And as you can see that we're even ripping even higher, which is insane. But this was already a 228 point trade. Like, I'm good with that. I'm getting off. I think we're going to rip. And we'll probably, end up here. We'll probably take out this. If we take out this, that would be absolutely insane. But let's go into the trade here and let's break it down. So going into market open, as I always do here, the first thing I do, as soon as I get on, let me make myself a little smaller here and move myself over here. The first thing I do is I go to the 5-minute. Actually, before that, I check the news for the week. I see what's going on in the markets and what's happening. And all we had was unemployment claims at 8:30. So I was like, okay, that ain't nothing. I mean, holy guys. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my goodness. We have moved 500 points. What is going on? I could have held forever. I sold here, and that was the biggest trade I've ever taken. And it just moved more than the trade I just took. All right, guys. Well, that's crazy, but let's go into the 5-minute here. Let's not look at those absolute monster candles. So first thing I do is I check the news, of course. I mark out 9:30 and 9:50. Sorry, guys. This is distracting me. What is going on? We are just ripping. All-time highs. Here we come, baby. Bull run, okay? Good news. I've been loading up some stocky markies. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, I'm tweaking. All right, let's lock in. I'm tweaking. Okay. So, going in, market open. I had these marked out, and I had this marked out in ES too. And if you go to like the 15-minute, you can see why. It's just 15-minute lows that were made. So I was like, because I wanted longs today, and this is why. If you go to the 5-minute, you got London session highs here, Mink. And then like the next prominent highs that I would target would be here, right? And then same with ES. You had, London highs there, and then next prominent highs here. So like that was really my target for the day. And the reason was because of all this low resistance. Like we failed to take it, and then pushed down, swept, filled what I wanted to get filled yesterday, which is this 4-hour gap. This was my target yesterday. I thought once we pushed up, swept into this, didn't sweep that high, I was like, okay, we're going now. Nope. So, we waited, did that. Now that 4 hours is inverse, now we're going all the way to the freaking moon, about to literally be at all-time highs. Okay. I'm getting distracted. It's just so obvious. Like, once you understand the skill and understand day trading, it is just so obvious what they want to do. And how much money they're making is just absolutely ridiculous. I can't wait till my live account's huge. And I'm like, on a day like today, I'm making like $150,000. And then I'm done trading for the month, and I'm going to go freaking to Italy for 7 months with my wife and literally just chill at the beach and drink some delicious little drinky poos, taste every single kind of wine, and then eat French bread every day. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm tweaking. Okay, so that was my bias. This was like the main target. This is where I closed most of my position once we hit it. But I was like, okay, let's get into like where I'm going to enter. Let me mark out 9:30 over here too. 9:30 and 9:50. So I have those marked out. My play was I saw right off rip, market open. We came up and I was like, dang, we're going to come up in here and sweep it out. But what made this even better than before is that 9:30 high did not sweep out the first set of the low resistance liquidity, and the same thing happened on ES. You know how much better that draw on liquidity just got? Those are basically equal highs at this point. And then it comes down, sweeps 15-minute. I'm watching this the whole time. And like honestly, like I guarantee you a lot of y'all got rinsed once like, this. I mean, the 5-minute got absolutely pooped on here. And like y'all were like, okay, mink work, enter. I mean, no way we don't take out these lows at least, right? Refill some of this 4-hour. Y'all got touched, okay? And the reason I didn't like that trade is because like we've already tapped the 50% of the 4-hour. And also my play was just higher. Like these draws are just so much better than something we've already been inside of for, been inside of is crazy work, but for literally like 2.5 hours. So I'm looking at here and I'm like, okay. And also on another note, this is early in the market open. I don't like trading market open. Market open is extremely manipulative. Like it manipulated this. People were probably thinking it was going longer, came down. People were like, oh, it's going lower. But in reality, the first move was actually what it wanted to do. It was just going to, chop some people out and take some money. So all I had needed was just a break of structure to the other direction. Because if you think about it, on the 15-minute, we were still respecting, like we swept those lows and there was a fair value gap right here. So then on the 1-minute, I saw that. We tapped it, swept these lows out. And I was also hoping we'd form like an SMT with ES, but like we sort of did now that I think about it. No, ES tapped this 15-minute gap. ES tapped this 15-minute gap as well, which was actually untapped. I didn't even see that, but that makes this trade even better. Honestly, for ES would have been the better pair, but I only trade NQ. It's just how I roll around here, but doing a lot of butts. And then one more thing that made this trade really good. I was looking at the 1 hour, and I saw this little gap here, which you could have waited for extra confluence. You could have waited once this got inversed. But at that, talking about what is going on here. But this got inverse, and that was my entry. And I was like, holy guacacholi, was that like a crazy candle to enter off of. And then we come all the way down. How many ticks is that? Basically like a little more than 10 ticks away from getting stopped out. That blows my alpha future accounts, which kind of sucks. My advanced accounts I was trying to pass the other day. And the first day, of course, I take a loss. So then they only had like 600 drawdown, but I wasn't going to decrease my risk because I still wanted to make 2,000 on the day. Oh, it sucks. But basically blew those babies and then absolutely ripped a TP1. And at TP1 here, once ES took this high and NQ like was down here when ES was taking it, I ended up closing a partial right here because I was like, I do not want to see the most diabolical SMT divergence in the world. I should have held, that's hindsight. I might have been a little greedy, but I was already up 123 ticks, which is absolutely insane. So I was like, you know what? Let's put some money in my pocket. I'm not upset with that. And then I held my final TP all the way up to here, and I did not touch it. And I actually had it because I went on the 5-minute, and I saw this high. I actually moved it to that high. And that was my final TP. So it got absolutely crushed, and then it literally ran for, I mean, 1,000,000,000 points. You could have held for 500. That is crazy. That is crazy. This is the craziest trade I've ever taken. And this also secured me, which my top steps, I mean, I could take like, I mean, a little bit of money right now if I wanted to, but I'm trying to build them to the max. You know, I'm trying to build a really big buffer on those so that I can start risking even more. Like I want to start increasing my risk as I go to where I can get the max payout weekly. But, you know, right now I'm up a lot on these bad boys, which I'm happy with because now I got a good buffer. I'm going to keep the risk the same for now until I can build it up to like 8,000, 9,000, and then we'll start upping the risk. And I honestly might take a solid payout at that point because that'd be a good little chunk, and then continue renting them as much as possible. And then hopefully they move me to live at the end of this after I rent them. And then I can start building that live account up with them as well. So yeah, guys, that's the trade for today. I was extremely bullish. Let me just break down the key points. Like my draw today, this is why I like having like good draws. Like this was my draw today. All this low resistance liquidity here, that was my target. And as you can see, got smashed. And then for my second TP, I was willing to hold all the way up here. Also because as you can see, that's the start of this huge gap candle. So like if we were going higher, we were going to fill some of this. So I was willing to take that as well. So those were my two targets for today. They got absolutely ran through times 1,000,000. And we're looking like we might start pushing higher. So great day. Hopefully y'all took a dub as well. Hopefully you were patient enough. That's why I wait later in the market open. I believe like the first 10 minutes market open, in my opinion, are all manipulation. Because isn't it funny at 9:40? That's when the trade idea happens. Like that's when we, like 9:41, we get the actual candle I ended off of. And my strategy, I like entering from 9:40. I'm willing to take like maybe a minute before that, but like 9:40 to like 9 or till 10:10 is normally my window of entry. And that just keeps me from being manipulated for the most part. Unless it's just a real choppy day, and then sometimes I still get rents. But normally when it's real choppy days, the move doesn't happen till like PM. So that's just unfortunate. That's just statistical losses. So also, one sec. Let me show y'all this. Let me turn this off. Oh, let me turn this off. Make this a little bigger. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. Oh, my bad. Let me show y'all this. Let it update. Ooh, check this out. Check the win rate on this bad boy. We have an 80% win rate with 10 trades taken. So we won 8 out of 10 of them. We have a 1.69 win-loss ratio. Or RR, 1.69. Look at this. We ended this week up 700, which is awesome. Which actually plus 675 if you want to be more realistic. Like the trading week, Monday through Friday, because we have another win. So 625 plus 787. So it's pretty good for this live account. I started it at 3,000 and we're up $4,444. So I more than doubled it in less than, what is that? 10 trading days? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trading days. I took 10 trades. Yeah, and only lost 2 of them. And look at my losses. 400, 370. Look at the wins. 700, 560, 430, 850, 250. That's a small day. 573, 675, 1,157. Like today was an absolute massive day. So all glory to God. I'm going to continue to keep stacking this account up. I want to build it to 10,000. And then from there, I'm going to increase my risk slightly, like ever so slightly. Like I've been entering with like 4 micros. I'm going to start entering with like 5 every single time, maybe even 6 on certain days. So my big days should be more like 1,500 to 1,000 range now. Like it should be around there now. And then my losses are going to go up to like 700, 800 or like 600, 700. It's kind of what I'm wanting to sit, like maybe 500 to 700 risks a trade. And then continue building it up so it's like 25,000. And also, I might get a payout and just slap a bunch of money in here and really start upping the risk as well. But for the time being, I'm just allowing it to just compound as I trade. So we're just going to try to build this live account to 100,000 and really start making some good money from it. Really start putting some money on the line and actually making. I want my live account to be able to take over my living, and I want my funded accounts to be my extra money. Which, I mean, right now it can almost take over my living. I'm living basically as cheap as possible because I'm trying to stack up as much money as possible. Because, like, I just started, like, last 2 months were, like, the best months ever of trading. Like, enough money to where, like, I don't even know what to do with it. Personally, like, I'm not a crazy spender. And I want to buy my land. I want to buy my house. I want to buy my car in full. But I want to do it through investing. So, like, once I've invested enough money to pull loans against it, that's when I'm going to start buying that stuff. But hey, guys, I'm yapping a little long here. I might end up making a little psychology video later today. If I feel good after the gym, I'm going to eat this meal. Got some cream of wheat here before the gym. I'm going to go to the gym. And then, yeah, might make another video for y'all. Definitely going to post some TikToks. Go check that out if you haven't already. And thank y'all. I'm trying to give y'all everything I can. And I'm trying to just, dump my mind every single time we're on here. And, like, if anything pops up, that's why I'm a little sporadic. But also, that's just kind of who I am. I'm, like, always all over the place a little bit. But, bro, like, I promise y'all, this shit is real. This is not fake, bro. It took me 3 years of studying the markets. Really, like, the first year, I was kind of, being a little lazy. I was smoking weed. I was, not doing the best things and being kind of worldly and kind of just, like, being lazy in my life. And I knew, like, it started stressing me out to the point where I was like, I need to change. Like, I need to do something differently. I need to lock in. I need to do something because I was realizing college was not going to get me anywhere. College was not going to get me to what I wanted. I was going to work under somebody, and I did not want to do that. And that's when TGR dropped his first video. While I was working at a little summer job, I saw his video, and I watched it, and it motivated me. And, dude, there's millions of people that saw that video, but under 1% actually make money from trading, if not less than that. It's not the mentor. It's not who's teaching you. It's up to you, okay? That's really, it don't matter what mentor you have. You have the best mentor in the world, and most people will never make money. Most people will never become profitable because you have to deal, bro. You have to deal with all these thoughts in your head. You have to deal with greed. You have to deal with, like, losing. You have to be okay and understand the bigger picture when it hurts so bad on days you lose. Like, yesterday, it kind of sucked. I was like, dang, bro. Just bought these accounts. Really want to have a good day. But, like, I don't even care that I blew them. It's part of the game, part of the system. But all my other accounts are up. And I'm pretty sure I just secured a $16,000 payout with Apex. And I got $20,000 still coming in. It takes, like, 8 business days to get here. That's fine. I mean, it's a lot of money. And then those accounts that I just took a payout at, they need, like, a couple $100 more and then some winning days. And they're ready for another payout. But honestly, I'm going to not even go for the winning days. I'm going to go for the bigger days because they're almost, okay, I'm rambling. All right, let me close this out. A little motivation here. It's on you. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the hours. You have to grind. It took me 3 years. First year, I was lazy. I wasn't putting in the work I should have. Year 2, I was grinding my ass off. I was putting in like 6-7 hours every single day into trading, live markets, back testing, journaling, like analyzing my thoughts. I was literally basically giving myself therapy lessons every single day. I was journaling everything I was thinking about, every loss, every win, what was going on, what was going wrong. Like, you really got to analyze yourself to make this stuff work. And then I was also studying the markets insanely. I was trying to look at, like, why did price do this? Why did price do this? Like, question things and then dive into why. Okay. Sometimes, you can overanalyze, but, like, honestly, I think that's a good thing. So, like, second year, I was probably overanalyzing, thinking too much about my trades. And then this last year, recently, in the past, like, 6 months, how I've changed is, like, I've simplified it even more. Like, I understand the complexities of it, but I've simplified it in a way of, like, if I am willing to lose $500 and don't care about it, I'm going to take this trade. Like, if I take this trade, will I be mad if I lose? No, I don't care. I lose, whatever. I'm going to get off for the day. And that's the mindset you need to have before you enter any trade. Y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.